we have Mr. Maxim Tomilov, very well-known name on this circuit and a veteran of the competition climbing circuit, even at his tender age of 31 years old. He took the win overall as the UIAA 2016 World Cup winner, did take gold in Bozeman, took silver in Cheongsong, gold in Sasfei, and then a bit of a blip in Ravenstein, finishing 5th, but still enough to take the gold medal overall. Is it the perfect storm with Maxim Tomilov?
Yeah, I mean, he looks very confident. He looks very just calm. Doesn't seem to be worried about getting on the route.
He's very tall, he's athletic, he's strong. He seems to just read these routes intuitively and instinctively.
Yeah, I mean, watching some of these climbers, you can almost forget that this is the first time that they're attempting these routes. And Maxim here just kind of just textbook climbing. Shows us how to
Explodes
do
his way
it.
up the wall, but just stuttering on that first move.
Almost
making
looks
sure
like
his
he
feet are
wasn't
sorted.
happy with that foot and kicks it in and just makes the move right away.
And no figure of 4 required, and you can just see how long this guy is, you know, spread between those volumes. Those are a couple of meters gaps, and he's just, yeah, making mincemeat of it. Straight into that Stein. And so we're going to see him reaching up for the left-hand move there with his A-speed X's. Kicking in hard. Now, at this point, we've seen Hyung Park throw in several figure of 4s and figure of 9s. Maxim's not put a single one in. He's going DTS at this point. Let's see what he does here. Reaching across. So strong. He's looking really powerful.
Yeah, and you can hear him kicking in to the wood. He's got such just great footwork and just textbook climbing. This is how mixed climbing should look. Anyone at home thinking, hey, maybe I should try this, this is what you should be watching.
When I dry tool, this is how I imagine I look.
Yeah. No, this is what I look like at home when no one's watching.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. So, again, just kicking in really powerfully, moving up into that shoulder where he's going to switch that into a really powerful backhand and then into an undercut. Still not seeing him put in a fig 4 or a fig 9.
And it doesn't seem like he's been too worried about any of these holds or any of these moves so far.
He's placing so confidently. And this is the point where we saw Janusz Volchak dropping out. He popped off this hold when he tried to readjust. Maxim not readjusting at this minute.
Yeah, it looks like everything is just going exactly as he wishes. You know, like I said earlier, it's kind of easy sometimes to forget that this is the first time he has climbed this route.
Yeah, it looks like he's climbed it lots of times. The younger Tomilov brother in such control right now. Just battling between that being a Stein and an undercut. Kicks in hard. Reaches up with the right hand onto that blue hold. We, of course, saw his older brother Alexei at this point, and also Hyung Park made it to this point as well. Do you think the brothers trained together, Ian?
I definitely think they train together, and I think, well, at least I like to think that they push each other to try new moves, maybe a one-armed dino like we saw a minute ago.
One for the training room.
But yeah, I definitely think that they're training together, pushing each other to just climb even better.
And they operate kind of in a similar realm in the way that they climb as well. They have a similar style, although we did see Alexei put in several fig 4s in by this point. And as I've already said, Maxim hasn't used a single figure of 4 yet.
No, he looks just very methodical, and he's a tall guy. So that could be part of it, but man, this is great. Great
Just
to watch.
less than 4 minutes on the clock, and you can see that box moving under Maxim Tomilov's weight. Cuts loose.
Doesn't look like he's doing. Oh, there's the first.
Okay, so there's a fig 9, and if you don't know what that is, that's when you put your leg over the same hand that's holding the axe. Now, he's just dropped in a fig 4, so that means the opposite leg over the hand that's holding the axe. That's a fig 9. So left leg over left hand, that's a fig 9. Now, left leg over right hand, that's a fig 4, or figure of 4. And Ian, for the viewers at home, maybe you can explain one of the uses of this type of move.
So like you can see here, with how steep it is, you can't always get good purchase with your feet. So throwing a figure 4, you can kind of lock off and reach up a lot higher without engaging your upper body. You can use more of your core strength, use your legs to kind of rock up without, doing just a
And of course, putting in
one-arm.
that figure 4 or figure 9 puts some extra stability and a closer center of gravity through the point of the pick as well.
Yes, definitely. Some of these holds that we've seen that are not very good, we'll see climbers go into fig 4s or fig 9s on some of these very sketchy, skatey holds, and they just seem to lock into them.
So here we go, the final part of this men's final route with over 2 minutes on the clock. Maxim Tomilov spotted that hold that his brother didn't, and he's going to do a move to try and hit it. He's in the top of the hold. Now, the judges will be looking at that. He's back on the hold. He's on it. He's off it. And he's off! Maxim Tomilov falls off, catches his axe in the process, nearly scuppers himself. Hopefully he's all right. And he gives a big wave to the crowd, who are going wild for him. It'll be interesting to see what the judges deem with that, because he was using the top of the hold as opposed to the active part. We'll wait and see what that happens. But very strong effort and awesome climbing from Maxim Tomilov.
Yeah, very strong indeed. And we saw that he was in the edge of that on the wood, but it looked to me as though he also had the active hold. So it'll be interesting to see what the judges have to say about that.
Indeed. And at this stage, he's climbed as far or if slightly further than his brother Alexei. Do you think he's going to be disappointed not to top?
It looked like he was a little bit disappointed. We'll see how he feels afterwards once he learns how well he did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So here we see him in that move. The lower wall, he just flew up it. His flow was perfect.
Yeah, like I said, that footwork, very methodical. Not many figure 4s. They do help to lock into a hold, but they do take some time. And he just moved up that wall.
And as always, Maxim Tomilov is looking in great shape at the start of the season. Let's hope that form can continue and we can see how he progresses. Up next, I have to say, in a very non-biased way, it's the athlete that I've been looking forward to the most in this final. It's the young Canadian Noah Bake. Noah very much surprised himself making it into the final, but under the watchful eye of Gordon MacArthur, his coach, and all of his Team Canada teammates, he's composed and he's ready. Noah's family are here. They're all down to support him all the way from Canada. And I'm very excited to see what happens there. This was the point that Maxim Tomilov just lost purchase on the right hand. Nearly stabbed himself in the face with his axe in the process.